Y'all can't see nothing anyway. Man, it's a nasty rainy day. The sun ain't out yet. It's 7:50. 7:50. And the sun ain't out yet. Can y'all hear me? It's 7:50. I gotta get a little gas. I'm gonna be late. Let me stop at this gas tank. Matter of fact, I might be able to pay for it outside with these new tanks. I mean, with these new pumps. Good morning. Good morning. I noticed that people don't be waiting on this live, but it be other people waiting on my 2.0 and my other live news and review. Boy, it's like this channel done fell off the face of the earth. They don't give no nothing on this channel because of all the strikes. They struck me out of the partnership program, Jack. I don't know if y'all can hear me or not. I don't see nothing in the chat. Let me redo it just in case. All right, there we go. Now I can see the chat. Y'all can't really see me though. Still dark out this piece. I know. I ain't supposed to be driving, but I gotta drive. I gotta go to my daughter's little event today. Oh shit! I need gas. I need gas. I'm gonna be late. No, I'm not gonna be late. Start at 9:30, so I got plenty enough time. I'll get there a little early. They want me to take pictures. They doing you bad? Oh man, they doing me how they supposed to do me. They just letting me know I'm right. Every nigga that's right, they do like this. They can't, but they making it too blatantly obvious. They so immature and emotional. They making it blatantly obvious. I talk about Jasmine Crockett, Democratic Party. I talk about a lot of stuff, which is not favorable for content creation. So we all get it. We all know what's up. But hold up. Let me go pay for this gas real quick. Put this park brake on for this shit later. Woo, it's raining out here, boy. It's nasty out here. It's nasty out here buying beer and cigarette. No, I'm at this slow ass gas pump. But let me switch this thing to my computer so I can have my phone. Oh, excuse me. I don't know what I'm gonna wear. I might wear my little scarf and my little hat. I brought me 2 outfits. Men and women are equal under the law. But it's a lot of people mad about that law. I got a video for y'all, boy. I got a doozy. I got a doozy for y'all. I'm on both of them. It's cold as fuck. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. JJ lip gloss is popping today. All right, so let me go find the one that I was watching while I'm at this pump. Get it ready. No, that's not it. Yeah, this is. Boy, Corey Holcomb be saying some shite. She talking about yes, yes. Corey Holcomb's be saying some shite. Corey Holcomb be saying some stuff, boy. Pills on automobile. Hey, but check this out, man. Y'all got to check out this video. Let me speed it up a little bit. Because they saying some stuff on this video. And this is the same network, THPP network.
Until you're absolutely destroyed. Do you know what's messed up about people like that? People you know who are going to destroy you. This is a human weakness for most people.
Right.
You know this person is going to destroy you, and you never leave. They wind up leaving you, and you don't realize how much you needed to get away from them until they have left you and enough time has passed. Then you be like, I'm actually better off.
You know what's crazy? You know why they leave you? Because they thought they was successful at destroying you. So how?
And that dude is 100% right. Hey, some of these people, they think they have you downtrodden, they think you down bad, and they'll leave you in real life, though, when they think you in distress. And then that's when they want to come back, when they see you done shake back like that old deuce in a quarter. That's when they want to come back. They didn't realize, who you was in the beginning. They said, where's my wife? Good AM, salute, salute. Corey's forearms are 75 years old today. Salute. But this video is crazy. I want y'all to get in this. It's about Halle Berry, and a lot of these women, they're paying men now. And now all of a sudden that the women that shared all these benefits of being a stay-at-home woman or making a less money, there was a benefit that came with that, meaning that the other spouse had to pay. So now this same thing is happening to women. The same thing is happening to women.
$8,000 a month to ex-husband. Weird. Go to the next story. Halle Berry compares paying child support to her ex-Gabriel Aubrey to extortion.
I done stayed in relationships way too long where I knew
Gabriel Aubrey to her ex-husband. Child support is extortion. So Halle Berry is upset because she believes child support is extortion after having to pay her ex $8,000 a month to her ex-husband. Weird. Go to the next story. Halle Berry compares paying child support to her ex-Gabriel Aubrey to extortion.
I done stayed in relationships.
Now, ladies, what do y'all think? She's comparing that When she has to pay child support, it's extortion. But when everybody else have to pay child support, it's not extortion. So what do y'all think? Do y'all think it's extortion? Or do y'all think that's just a normal bill that everybody has to pay who owe the money? What do y'all think? Let me know.
Way too long, where I knew I should have left a long time ago. And then I didn't leave. And I paid for it every time. If you know somebody ain't right by you, when you know it.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about when you think it. When you know it.
Right.
God don't appreciate you being stupid enough to stick around. He gonna make you pay for that.
That's real.
I've heard people say, something must be wrong with Halle Berry. She can't keep a man. Who's to say I want to keep a man? I don't want to keep the wrong man. Like, I'm not crazy. No. Right? No. So when you find that you make a mistake, we all make mistakes. We have a right to say, oh God, this was a mistake. Let me start again. We have a right to do that.
Halle Berry is getting taken to the bank, paying off husbands and baby daddies. She getting robbed, paying off husbands and baby daddies. This is everything flipped. Halle Berry is getting big chunks of whatever she got left taken from her financially for ex-husbands and baby daddies.
In 2014, Halle was ordered to pay by a judge to pay $16,000 a month to child support, figure she has since slammed as extortion and managed to slash to a lesser $8,000 a month plus a percentage from her annual earnings. Wow. Adam, I'm going to come to you.
They never got married, and this isn't alimony. Now, we say it's not alimony technically, and that's true. But if the guy is only making $190,000 a year, and Halle Berry is paying him $16,000 a month, that is informally alimony. In fact, and you want to know something crazy, the $16,000 a month, if you multiply that by 12, what do you think it is? It's $192,000. So this model was earning $192,000 having to work, and then he was receiving $192,000 in cash from Halle Berry. It's alimony disguised as child support.
Now, any reasonable person on this planet is like between $16,000 a month, $8,000 a month. You do not need all of that money to raise a child, which has been men's argument since child support has been a thing.
If you were paying $2,500 a month, that's $2.7 million in child support. Yes, that is what I paid. Now I got the number. And that's not including paying the attorney fees. So it's well over $3 million. Because you got to pay the other side attorney's fees. And everybody mad at me. I got one child call me up, tell me Happy Father's Day. I tell them all, I'm crazy. I said, if you hate me so much, won't you change your last name? Nobody wants to do that. $2.7 million, 5 kids. I paid $2,500 a month because the motherfuckers turned them against me. Hey.
This is what the child support agents tried to do to me. It's called a quadro, qualified domestic relationship order. They went after my pension. Here's the kicker. If they don't have a signed affidavit.
For those who don't know, that's Horace Grant. And that's a sad thing to lose your NBA pension. I mean, that's everything people work for is their pension. But when it's NBA players, some people don't have any remorse or have any empathy for NBA players. They're like, they make a lot of money, fuck them, blah, 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 blah. You know, it's a lot of undertone jealousy when it comes to anybody who make a lot of money, but especially people who are as visible as NBA players. So that's where a lot of that hatred comes from all the visibility and the amount of money. And people are not going to have any sympathy for people who make money. But to come after someone's pension over their children, I just don't get it. They come after all the men this way, but you could be broke and female and this doesn't happen. So it is something that we should look at, and men should stop crying about it. We should do something about it. We should vote our interests, and we should vote people, men and women, that actually expose and talk about this truth. Other than that, you crying for no reason.
Under 80 days past.
Hey.
This is what the child support agents tried to do to me. It's called a quadro. Qualified domestic relationship order. They went after my pension. Here's the kicker. If they don't have a signed affidavit, 180 days pass. No judge signed. Next thing you know, 2 weeks later, or a judge signed, and we got the keep it frozen.
Come on.
God,
Child support. We have an anti-American family court system. It doesn't behoove me to say that because it could come back on me in those court proceedings. I was court ordered to pay child support at an NBA salary. I paid child support at an NBA salary for 2 years straight, over $100,000 in child support. At the time I was no longer in the NBA and no longer received that salary, I had no clue that it was my obligation, my responsibility to go back in and ask the court to modify that support. And I accrued arrears for an NBA salary that I did not make in the first 2 years of that court order. What they won't tell you is that I've overpaid my child support by several $1,000s for 3 consecutive years. In this country, there is a cultural rot and attack against men. Never in my life have I heard of a woman losing her job and her ability to feed her children or house them or have financial stability and have people question whether or not she loves her children. Have any of you? We don't tell people who are poor that because they can't afford economic stipulations that they don't love the people around them or their children. I reject it and I resent it. It's disgusting. I love all of my children, but I can't afford an NBA salary that I'm not making.
Thank you. Definitely. I want spouse.
I see that happen a lot. I see a lot of times, and Sloop, JJ, she said she got to go to work. I see a lot of times that people, they always say a man is this, a man is that because he can't pay. What if his salary just changed? You know, everybody don't make that astronomical amount of money that NBA players make. A lot of players only make it a few years in the league. So once they're out of the league, you can't call these men bad men just because they can't pay that amount. They can't pay $10,000 and $20,000 a month. You can't call people deadbeats for that. You got to get it back down to the salary that they actually make. And that happens to a lot of dudes. They get in the rears based on what they used to make. And some people don't know that they got to go get it changed. And then some people, it just, you know, I don't know. The women pursue them so hard, they end up in the rears over something that's stupid.
Support? Absolutely.
You frown upon a guy that was looking for it from you. Pool party.
I'd be fucking pissed. Yes, I would be fucking pissed.
Why?
Because it's mine.
It's mine is what you want.
It's mine. But it's mine, and I worked hard for it.
We're equal, though.
No, we're not.
Men and women in America, we are equal.
No,
we're supposed to be able to receive the same benefits.
She said no, we're not.
Oh, that's right. And no dog pile, no.
Nope.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's peace.
We're not the same.
It's peace.
There's so much talk about a woman's body, her choice, and that. My question is, if we give a woman the right to opt out of motherhood, should we also give a man the right to opt out of fatherhood and 18 years of child support?
I agree. Do you don't agree?
No, I don't know.
But if a mom walks into an abortion clinic and says, you know what, I'm not feeling this, and gets an abortion, the dad has no say. Why can't he opt out if she was able to say, hey, I don't want this baby? It's a double standard.
Well, he could obviously sign his rights away, but he cannot physically make
He can't sign his rights away because he has to pay child support.
I mean,
he is legally bound.
Yeah, this other lady right here is making more sense. He can sign his rights away all he wants to, but he's still going to pay child support. He's legally bound to pay child support. So I don't know why this woman would say what she's saying. She just don't want to admit that she's a part of the double standards. They want equality up until a certain point. They don't really want equality, but they'll say it. Because to a certain point, it sounds good. To say you want equality, it sounds good. Until you got to deal with everything that encompasses this equality that you're talking about. The responsibility that comes with equality, a lot of people don't want it. The accountability that comes with equality, a lot of people don't want it. They think they do it till they get it. And then they discover what it's like to be a man. When everybody pretty much say, well, that's on you. Well, you chose the girl. Imagine if everybody said that to some of the women. Everything that they cry about, they say, well, you chose the man. You crying about your baby daddy, but you chose him. You crying about these kids, but you had them. You crying about this. What if they said that to women? Boy, the world will shut down. So yes, it's a double standard, but we also got to get back to what's right and what's humane. We can't drive men to the brink of insanity. Most of these men Unfortunately for them, they're working hard to make all this money, only to lose it in a bad marriage. There's a lot of men out there right now putting together their life plan. Boy, they setting their ones and twos down. And the only thing a woman doing is setting her ones and twos down on your ass, which is you gonna pay for her life. Because in her mind, she pretty. In her mind, a man's supposed to pay. In her mind, that's what's gonna get her on. So it's some dudes out there that their whole life savings, everything that they work for, will go to a woman. And they setting themselves up for it. They're not looking for the type of woman that's not into taking their life from them. There's a price you pay for the wrong type of woman. If you're willing to pay it, keep shopping. If you're not, you better quit shopping.
By child support.
That's just the way it is.
I know, but do you think it's right?
You can't tell a woman to have an abortion. Like, that's it.
I know, but do you think it's right that a mom can say, I don't want this baby, but a dad never can?
I mean, I just think that's just the way it is.
But do you think it's right? Yes or no? I don't think it's right. I think the whole system's
We spend so much time talking about a woman's choice.
right, but the man doesn't have one.
But my only point is, what reproductive rights does a man have?
None.
Ladies, gentlemen, and white savages, we are now about to embark on a journey sure to anger feminists and modern women alike. The only thing we can do is guarantee to tell you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth as we see it. So there's nothing else left to do but get on into it. Are you ready? Let's go.
Well, Black Savages, it starts with your old crush, Halle Berry, a bona fide superstar celebrity, a hottie, that be committing the same mistakes as these average ladies out here on the streets, where every so often you hear this woman going and complain about her child support and her alimony. Them payments keep stacking up, and she's running out of lubricant to sell. We got Halle Berry and many ladies like her, who's now gotten a bit of equality, making more money, and climbing the social ladder and getting on top of the hierarchy. Instead of blaming it on the patriarchy, they got to examine themselves in the mirror and go through their life with a fine-tooth comb.
Did he say she running out of lubricant to sell? Oh my God. Did he say running out of lubricant to sell? Goodness, Mo Christmas.
And realize they were the one. Is the number one reason they're gonna be alone. Revisiting Miss Melissa Ford, as she truly believes a man should be parting away from his money as soon as they go into divorce court, and he has to cop up the alimony and child support.
She answered the question.
Yeah, women primarily make less money than men in every single industry.
You know, like us.
100%.
When feminists say
Women
they don't
don't
need men, 96% of construction workers are men. 95% of electricians are men. 95% of plumbers are men. 98% of carpenters are men. 94% of HVAC technicians are men. 97% of mechanics are men. 96% of welders are men. 91% of truck drivers are men. 97% of roofers are men. 95% of oil rig workers are men. 90% of machine operators are men. 85% of network engineers are men. 91% of mechanical engineers are men. 86% of civil engineers are men. 96% of firefighters are men. 85% of police officers are men. 80% of military personnel are men. 90% of pilots are men. 94% of train operators are men. 92% of forklift operators are men.
Wow.
Here's
Those are some stats right there. Can you feel like the stats just make you feel better? They don't complain about equal opportunity for those positions. Oh no. The complaint is of equal opportunity within the C-suite. Interesting.
But in the instances we're talking about, the woman is up.
Yeah.
Makes way more money than a man.
And
Yeah,
the
so
example we just gave, you were up and you still felt like it's mine.
Yeah, no, I would be pissed if I was forced to pay
Would you feel the
alimony.
same if it was the other way around?
No, not at all.
That's peace too.
No, especially if he's super up. Absolutely.
Well, we gotta give a round of applause to Melissa Ford as she's being honest in the cost to be wiping her up and giving her access to your resources, your network, and your status. That she truly believes that's when it's all over and done, that she's going to leave here with something. But the thing is, with these aged out baddies like Melissa Ford, their looks and their beauty may have afforded them a life of luxury and access to high-value men and entertainers and athletes. But for the average woman, a woman that's in her career, where she's making the money and acquiring resources, well, just one bad decision away, they can find themselves with a bad guy at deadbeats and find themselves be giving away all their money in the form of alimony. But you know what? Let's be fair and backtrack a little bit. Maybe these guys are just a bit savvy when it comes to the court systems to extracting the most resources from these women. They made the right play and now they're getting paid, whether they got majority custody with their children, or maybe they even are making the same equivalent as these women.
I'm the first one on Kid L to admit that I pay child support. They will put you on child support, but
You have to pay child support?
Yeah, because if one parent, and that's fair. That's fair for me to pay child support. But that's fair because when the children were living with me, he was paying child support. So I had already knew that they was going to put me on child support.
I'm a woman that pays child support to my baby daddy. I pay it monthly, comes out of my check every week. We have an 8-year-old son, and I pay for child support. I pay his insurance and for his extracurricular activities, as well as his aftercare. So I cover all of the expenses.
What? Oh, hell no. I'm kind of outraged. I'm astonished. I'm finna send this video to my baby goddamn mama. I'm gonna send them to all of them. Bitch, you could have got one of these niggas. Yeah, you could have got one of these. Don't you ever talk to me crazy. You could have got one of these niggas that you got to pay for everything. Talking about you strong. This a real strong woman right here. Look like that strength done knocked her hair out or something. I don't know. Do she got hair on her head? But all I do know is I could have found me a baby mama like this. I'm finna tell my baby mama, you ain't shit. The same way you think about me, I think the same way about you. Look at you. You ain't paid for nothing. This woman paying a man every week. And look at you, complaining every week. We both could have done better. You wouldn't have done better because if you would have got a nigga that you gotta pay, you'd have really been fucked up. So yeah, man. I should have found me, and she a cute girl, man. What the hell wrong with me? Finding girls that I gotta pay. Oh, I probably would have always had to pay because I probably make more money than this girl too. Okay, never mind.
Divorce attorneys all over the nation are seeing more and more women pay alimony. Now, it's certainly not half of the alimony cases, but the number is steadily increasing. Women more and more are finding themselves in the position of receiving substantial salaries, substantial revenues, but that makes it harder for them to find men who make more than them. So these women are having to settle for men who make less. And when they marry these men and then they divorce them because they're not happy since the man makes less, they have to turn around and pay these same men alimony. When the women find out that alimony is on the table, they are enraged. I will tell you, as a person who's represented them, that the women are way angrier about the alimony than the men, and the men are not happy about it either. But the women cannot believe that this is actually happening. Now, these women have known all their lives that alimony exists, and they don't bat an eye about it, but when it comes time for them to pay, they're outraged.
Does he pay you child support?
I pay him child support.
Custody is it 50-50?
It is 50-50. When we separated, I was not doing well financially, and I became quite successful after the fact, and so then he came to take his piece of that.
This is why we need abortions.
You think I should have had an abortion so I don't have to pay my ex child support?
I just think in general, like, the world's overpopulated.
Yep, that's what she think. That's exactly what she think. Because she got to pay, because you have to pay and you have to be a responsible adult. You should have unalived the child so you don't have to pay. And when you say it like that, she tried to clean it up, but she says she think the world is just overpopulated. This is an idiot right here. She think the world is overpopulated, so let's just hook up with a bunch of random people. This is somebody's daughter.
So I think, like, we need abortions to, like, decrease population of unwanted pregnancies, because like, why would you ever pay a man your
it's
money?
It's actually a lot lower now than it was in the past. There are a lot less people having babies nowadays, and the population is actually much lower than what it used to be.
Yeah, thank God. Shout out hookup culture.
I knew that was a funky and I really just thought I could hug the funk off of her.
Oh, hilarious.
Man, shout out to feminism, boy. We gotta love it. Because even though it's a headache and it's a problem, if you're on the good side of it, you just sit back and just stay player. They always circle the block and just come to you with free sex. They saying shout out hookup culture. Like, she just want to be banged. That's it. She don't want nothing serious. She just want to be banged. And it's a lot of older women now that's all they do. They call up a younger man. He comes over and she rationalizes it in her mind that, well, I'm just dealing with a man when I feel like it. And he like, hell yeah, because I didn't feel like dealing with you anyway. So they end up setting up the system in their life later on or earlier on what a man want from the get-go. To give me some of that, you know what, and shut the hell up. Because that's what's happening. These young cats coming over there, they taking them to Pound Town, and then they leaving. Or they're just chilling out. They ain't trying to hit a drama because they ain't in a relationship like that. So it's a lot of these hookup relationships that don't really have a lot of the strings attached. So it's a lot less headache, a lot less arguing. He don't ask her nothing. She don't ask him nothing. They just have fun for the time being, and that's that. And it's a lot of that going on. But when a motherfucker in a relationship, they can't seem to let their man chill the fuck out. You get in a relationship with a man, you give him pure D hell. But then you get in a hookup situation with a man and he can cheat in peace. I don't get it. So that's telling every man that they don't need to be in no goddamn relationship with y'all. Let's just stay single and we'll be the nigga that's just hooking up with you, hitting you at your house and, don't even have to pay for a room or bring you over. We'll just hit you at your house. You strong. You don't work. You got all that money. It's a crazy thing, but man, hey. It is what it is. I know some niggas that's loving the place. They love them feminists, boy. They just smile at them, take them out. Hell, they gonna pay for half their drinks, half the meal. Cause it's 50-50 now. Some of these girls paying for all the goddamn meal. Taking niggas on vacation and shit. These girl bosses, they proud to be bosses too, and these niggas be laughing. This shit crazy out here. Any NBA groupie stories? No, I stayed away from NBA groupies. I dipped out. Come on, man. What the fuck is you doing? Come all the way in my lane. Oh, what? Yeah, man, but a lot of these girls paying like they weigh. And it's like they don't submit to the man with money, but they submit to the nigga with no money. Them niggas be guilt tripping them girls. Just because you got money, you ain't gonna just be doing me all kind of way. And then, okay, let me buy you some more shit. But a nigga with money, they don't want to listen to a goddamn thing. I got my own money. I ain't finna be washing no dishes. I ain't got time to be playing no game. I'm a boss too. It be a power dynamic, be trying to struggle for who the boss. He said, all you gotta do is act like you believe they lies. Yeah, it's a lot of men, boy, they cleaning up. They act like they believe they lies, they acting sensitive, and boy, they living for free. They gotta deal with niggas looking at them a little different, but them niggas living for free. And I'm talking about free. Women paying for everything, setting up all the plays, everything. All the businesses they got come through her. I'm like, hey, it must be nice. Better you than me, though. Bet you can't go outside without a permission slip. I bet you can't go to Vegas. I bet you can't say I'm going to Vegas this weekend. She gonna turn the credit card off on your ass. Yeah, nigga, if you want the credit card to get turned off on you, live like that. Yeah, I'm gonna live like this. Ain't no credit card gonna get turned off on me. Thank God. Let's keep going.
If you notice, I said it's not when you think they ain't no good for you.
Right. It's when you know it. You know goddamn well.
You know it. They've displayed everything they needed to display, and you stand there in the midst of the devil thinking you about to make him something that he not. Or it's making her something she not. Pretty bad. Because it ain't just one person. It's all kinds of people who do this. You hang in there. I'm gonna put the dog in your face. You be like,
You know, we got to work on this.
It ain't that much. Now you know that's some wicked work when you got that girl in that last clip over there talking about how she'd rather abort her child rather than bring that child into the world and then having to pay child support just because she's making more money than the guy that she allowed to impregnate her. Did the board maneuver and get inside that whap and shoot it up, seating her because she couldn't keep her legs closed because she's far gone in this hookup culture where she's wrapping up the body counts and possibly contracting many STDs, aborting fetuses in insane numbers and acting as a human hater, willing to sabotage the human race from living by doing something as wicked and contributing to population decline, acting as villains and killing potential humans.
I want to keep a man. I don't want to keep the wrong man. Like, I'm not crazy. No. Right? No. So when you find that you make a mistake, we all make mistakes. We have a right to say, oh God, this was a mistake. Let me start again. We have a right to do that.
Beautiful women do the ugliest things, but these are the ones that from a relationship perspective didn't get it right. And these are the ones that follow the feminist dogma, the feminist protocol to a T. Hollywood it girls that cycle through men, chases validation, and call it empowerment instead of what it is, which is saddish or a coping mechanism or an inability to be held accountable through your self-preservation.
Because time is equated differently for the genders. You know, we have this conversation all the time about how men seem to get better with age and women, the double standard doesn't go in the same way. So it's like, if I was married to you, had kids with you, and I kind of
You can't say that. That's what got Don Lemonade fired. You cannot say that, ma'am. Women get fine like wine with age, all right? Don't you try to say women diminish in value when they get older. That's what got Don Lemon fired. So I'm not going to let you say that. That's disinformation, misinformation. Women go up, they go fine like wine when they get older.
gave you my best years, then yeah, I would like to leave here with something, especially if I like devoted my life and most of my time to creating, you know, raising the family and whatnot. Absolutely. I would like some alimony, spousal support, child support. Yep.
Like savages, maybe Melissa Ford's got a bit of a point. Why a woman should be getting more in divorce when she's making less than a man, but then when the situation's reversed, if that man is making less than the woman, then he shouldn't be getting more. But I'd like to say that's all horse manure. It's a bunch of dookie and a bunch of hogwash. Where if they want equality, then they've got to suffer right through it, just like the men have done it for many years. Going after their careers, building and maintaining the family, and soon as it's over, be at a mercy of the whims and emotions of a woman, to be threatening with divorce and telling that she's willing to leave her. Where I believe I can embody the most sentiment of many men, that when a woman has achieved enough success and got her own thing and she's strong and independent, then she better be willing to give up something, especially if she's the one that initiates the ending of a relationship. Just go ahead and ask Cardi B as Offset demanded child support and alimony as well as they're going through their divorce.
Cardi, her first album with 8 times platinum. I said, oh, whoa, yeah, whoa. If she sold 8 million copies of her first album, it's going to explain the break a little more. It's going to explain her feelings about certain things a little more. And it's going to explain who was up, wanting his share of what was established during this marriage. The married people say, hey, what you had before you got here, cool. Once this marriage starts is when the clock starts. So if he's doing that, and she sold 8 million records, I'm coming for it. Sorry. And that's not tucking my between my legs. You know how much taxes?
He talking about, if she sold 8 million records, I'm coming for it. Dang. So Joe is basically saying, dang, he coming for that bread because she sold a lot of records. Dang. This traffic must be crazy if it's taking me this way. I ain't never been this way. I don't know why it's taking me this way. But yeah, traffic must be dumb to the dumb.
Yeah. Need that? Yeah. Dancing in the mirror. Buffalo Bill. Ooh. I'm coming for that. I'm sorry. You got to pay my taxes. You got to pay my lawyers.
You better be glad that's all I want.
You sold 11 million records while we was together. Yo,
The uncomfortable truth is that the system wasn't challenged and has long favored the women's side of the equation. But now that it's finally balanced in some of these cases where the income of the woman outpaced the man, now it's being challenged. Now it's being called unfair. Now it's being called extortion. And there's many of them that weaponize the system to keep the other parent in line or to control them.
But there are also obligations. There is also responsibility. There's also duty, and there is also suffering. And it's not going to be the case that women are going to be able to occupy and obtain male privileges without male suffering. It's just not going to happen, especially in family law court. And that's why we see Halle Berry going crazy about these child support orders.
So at the end of the day, Holly, pay the man what he's owed. You made a choice, and that choice comes with consequences. All right. Men have been told for eons now to man up, take responsibility, be a real man. Well, Holly, be a real woman. All right. You must be held to the same.
That nigga talking about Holly, be a real woman. Hey, boy, that's gonna make some of these niggas jump off their goddamn high horse, jump off their heels, and go to caping, boy. You know some of these niggas don't love nothing more than caping for a woman. I can't believe that he doing that. There's gonna be some niggas riding in front of Offset house, throwing eggs at it, toilet tissue, mad about his choices, boy. You already know how these niggas is, bitch. For a chance at Cardi B, these niggas will crash out. Fuck Offset. I can't believe he tried her like that. Offset ain't no real man. You know, us black men, we can't do what them white men doing to Halle Berry. Damn, Halle Berry, why couldn't you date one of us black men, marry one of us black men so we could have got some of that money? Black men, we've been downtrodden and beat down long enough. How come the white men always got to win? Damn. The white man got a vice president for a wife. White man done been getting Halle Berry money since she been making money. Lord have mercy. Then they been getting a backside too, on top of that. Goodness gracious. How they did a monster ball made me think she was just, ugh. I was like, damn, she one of them little light-skinned freaks. Yeah, man, I'm just saying. This shit make you wonder, man. It makes you wonder. But for all the people that's gonna cape, I got enough trouble, man. I'm just playing this video. I got Negro talking about they gonna spit on me at the Lakers game. They so upset about a video, man. What's wrong with y'all, man? I told y'all they got these people thinking they standing up for like a black leader. He's your king. Hey, they won't say nothing to Chael Sonnen. They won't say nothing in the world to Chael Sonnen. They won't say nothing in the world to Skip Bayless. Skip Bayless will tell one of these niggas put their glasses back on. I dare one of y'all to run up on Skip. He right there at Gilbert house. Gilbert goddamn called Bronny dumb. Ain't nobody say nothing. Skip Bayless called Bronny dumb. All I said was Bronny was soft for what he did, for what he didn't do on a play. Simple basketball talk. You Negro want to get mad talking about putting your nasty saliva on people, assaulting people. But you won't say nothing to Skip. Skip called the king's son dumb. I see how it go, though. You LeBron fans learned this shit from y'all prejudiced, racist ass leader. Y'all leader only come and talk to black people too. He only called Jeff Teague, Marcellus Wiley. You know, they said that allegedly that Clutch Sports will call the black media personnel to get them right. But how come they won't call Chael Sonnen? How come they won't call Skip Bayless? How is it that he only calling black people? That's crazy. We can't think. What about the black people that don't think LeBron is the king? That they think that's blasphemy for him to even say that? Should you call them too? Like, damn. I can't even go over a film session about an NBA player. That's how amazingly sensitive society has gotten. And they keep trying to compare what I'm doing to what Stephen A. Smith is doing. Let me tell you something. When Bronny does something well, I say he does it well. When he fought over that pick and roll, I said he fought good over the pick and roll. I said every guard should fight like that over the pick and roll. So don't cry to me when I say something that ain't all hunky dory to make somebody look like what you think they are. And the one thing about film session is it don't lie. And part of the reason why NBA suck is because no one is holding the superstars accountable for their lack of effort that they portray or that they put out on defense. No one gets on to the celebrities. Everyone gives them excuses to the superstar. Everyone say they need more help. You can have four guys on the court on a string and one guy out of position. And that's usually the celebrity because they're so focused on scoring the basketball. So it's my belief that some attention needs to be put on the celebrity. And I mean, not the celebrity, but yeah, they are celebrities, but the biggest stars on the court need the most attention. And that's who I'm going to give the responsibility and the attention to. Shannon give his money to a white OnlyFans girl. So yeah, that's who I'm going to give my attention to. And sorry that you guys can't handle it. Let me drink my doggone AG1. I've been supposed to drink this. Dang, I forgot. Hopefully I don't get no green stuff in my teeth. But it's probably going to happen. But yeah, man, I can't help that you idol worship your superstars and your celebrities and you don't want to hold them to a standard and a threshold that money and that responsibility that team put onto them requires. And in order to win a championship, you got to play on both ends of the court. So all these guys that just enjoy the fans looking at stat sheets and saying, well, they played a good game. No, I'm going to be the one showing they had an atrocious game on the other end of the court. And you can bring the way I played into account. You can do whatever you want to do. But that's still not going to stop the fact that the film session is saying what it's saying about the person that I'm talking about, though. Yeah, that's still not going to change the fact of who I'm talking about on the film session. So every day we're going to have a film session. So later on today, we will have a film session. I got to get a couple of them in because I got to catch up. So my whole YouTube channel will be an escrow. But I will definitely be going over a lot more basketball so we can get some takes that don't be so favorable to the superstar celebrity basketball players. It's going to be just a regular old film session where everybody's the same. Everybody get held accountable for what they did and didn't do on the basketball court. And that's it. Yeah, because that film don't lie, Jack. What you hounding me for, lady? I'm right up the street. Hold up now. Make sure. Where am I going? I think I'm going the right way. I just don't know. I hope I'm going the right way. We need that what? Well, listen, guys, I got to figure out where I'm going because I think I'm lost. Even with navigation, I don't remember this route. And I think it might be trying to put me around traffic, but I might need to make a call. So I'm going to end this live, and I'll have another film session later on today. Y'all look out for it on this channel and maybe my other channel. But salute to y'all. I'm up out of this thing. I'm gone.